What's up, y'all? It's the Boosh Bag. Miss Boosh Bag. To you. Okay. I'm gonna see how fast I could get this done with, and maybe not even use all the notes. Maybe try to go off the top of my head. This is about the earliest time I ever did a video. It's like 9 o'clock and the show went off at, it's like 9:30. I don't know. It's 9 something. The show came on at 8. Okay, so let's see if I can get it done actually on the same day. All right, so this episode starts off with that fight that they was having on the bus. Where Portia told Kenya, you know, you better watch your mouth and all that, and Kenya like, this bullshit and all this and all that, and they're all, you know, trying to jump on her about her anger management shit. But then one of them, I don't even know if it was either Phaedra or Cynthia, was like, well, whatever, girl. How is the anger management going anyway? She was like, it's going good, it's going fine. And they were like, okay, let's try to be more positive, all that other shit. When they get to the little place, it is not enough space. Phaedra got it for 6 people. Everybody want to bring a motherfucking tag along. Y'all hear my dog crunching on his food all out. Yeah, so basically she's saying that they gotta all bunk up. Marlo's talking about she can't bunk up with nobody because she got gas and she gonna need a room by herself. I'm still wondering why the fuck she's there. Like, Sheree, like, it really doesn't even make any fucking sense. But then Sheree's like, okay, well, what kind of animals is here? Mountain lion, snakes. So the girl is like, look at all the taxidermy around. So they're looking at all the animals like, oh my God. And she's like, I don't want to be a part of this shit. I don't want to be by no animals, and I don't want to be sleeping in the woods, getting killed and all this and all that. So they're a little bit leery about, you know, what's going to go on out in these woods. Sheree talks to Marlo, and she was like, well, hypothetically, basically, like, if somebody was gay, like, what do you think? And she like, who gay? Who, what? Okay. Somebody been talking about somebody and saying that they gay, but Sheree, you know, because she's so pure and angelic, her real only intention is to get these girls talking to each other instead of behind each other's back, because, you know, she just doesn't like the riff. She just want all of these girls is to come together in Jesus' name and love each other with her petty ass. Okay, so yeah, that's what she's claiming, and apparently she's sticking to it. And mind you, she's talking all this shit about other people talking behind people back. She talking all that shit behind somebody back. But yeah, she's a petty bitch. Oh yeah, and she's basically saying, oh, well, these people, they supposed to be friends, but then, you know, every time you turn around, they behind each other back, and they're like, oh, this and this and that. First of all, the people who were saying things about the person, Candy, okay, let's get to it. They're not her friends. So she is not friends with Phaedra, and she got some sort of rift going on with Portia as well. So it would be ridiculous for you to think that someone who isn't friends with somebody will go and talk to them about how they feel about a rumor that they were going to spread. Do you do that to your enemy? Be like, you know what, I hate that bitch. Let me call her and tell her that I'm gonna tell people stuff that I heard about her, because, you know, because we're so close. And our hatred. It don't even make no sense. It's about the dumbest thing that she could ever fucking say. Okay. Marlo finally realizes that she is completely inappropriately dressed. Yeah. Bitch, people don't wear heels and motherfucking, was it pearls? What? Swarovski, gems? What are those things called? I don't know how to say the word, but y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all know I'm talking about those little fake diamond things, right? With the Russian or German or whatever in name. They out in the damn woods. She pull out a motherfucking bedazzled can of off, okay? They're like, so what's going on with this ass Marlo shit? And she was like, oh, well, it's gonna be tonight. Because it was like, because she probably ain't gonna be here tomorrow, because she keep on talking about leaving because it's not glam enough for us. Because apparently she thought glamping was just getting dressed up and, I don't know, flossing on these hoes. I don't get it. I don't know what she thought she was coming to do. Yeah, she got all kind of bedazzled dumbass shit. Don't even make no fucking sense. I'm hoping she pays somebody to do that. I'm really hoping, much like Portia, that she doesn't have all that free ass time to be doing dumb shit. So Phaedra starts it off. She was like, okay, well, Marlo, what is to be shaved besides the camel toe and blah, blah, blah. So they're all getting a little chuckle. And just out of the blue, she just comes at Kenya. And she was like, you know what, Kenya, you need to get better lashes, you know, because your lashes are fucked up and they're too thick and they're too long. Yeah, you need to do that. And Kenya's like, did this bitch just come for me? Yeah. Lauren asked Marlo about her and Kenya's friendship, and basically she's like, well, we were supposed to have been friends, but then Kenya didn't invite me to her housewarming and her birthday party, and I felt fucked up. I felt some kind of way about that. I was very upset. Kenya's trying to play it down like, whatever, I already talked about this, and you know what, I have apologized like numerous times. And she was like, bitch, you did not. And I said it. I said it when I was watching. I was like, she did not apologize numerous times. She apologized once, and it was pretty much fake, and it was forced. She was just doing it to try to save face at this fucking event. I'm pretty sure she did not, you know, carry it on or do any additional apologizing of any sort. You know what I mean? So, she goes on to say, you know what, your hair and your clothes and your eyelashes, all of your shit, Kenya, is a motherfucking mess. And you know what, bitch? You know you evil when your own mother don't want to fuck with you. Now that was a low blow. Now I don't like Kenya, and I think everybody knows that I don't like Kenya. I don't like Shereen either. But that is so mean. That is so mean. And Kenya ass gagged because of course she don't really have nothing that she could say back. It was fucked up. Well, she did have something she could say back. I don't know if it's true, but she was like, whatever. She was like, Marlo was like, you just want my lifestyle. She was like, bitch, don't nobody want your lifestyle. You are a prostitute. Is Marlo a prostitute? What does Marlo do? Somebody tell me. Let me know in the comments. She's friends with that man named Michelle Kelly. The man with the girl name. Yeah, bad. Anyway. Phaedra is the voice of reason, trying to calm everybody down, like, yeah, I need to chill and all of this. They're out in the woods doing all of this bullshit. They got their motherfucking tents up with the help of that white dude. And Marlo walks her big ass back to the campground, like the hotel room or whatever the fuck, because she can't stay because first of the farting, right? Yeah. So the next morning they all wake up, they go back to the thing, and they're out having breakfast, and they were like, okay, but somebody wasn't even here. Like, where the fuck was Marlo? It's like, oh, well, she walked back. So she walked back because she said her stomach was acting up, and she brought flat tummy tea and all of that. I would like to know why you bringing a laxative on a camping trip. I'm just going to go on a limb and say that Marlo ain't never been camping before. Camping, glamping, flamping, ramping, none of it, okay? The bitch don't know how to do nothing. Her relevance on this trip, well, I guess it comes into play later on, but she was still irrelevant even in the parts that she was relevant in because it's not her business and she isn't really even a part of the show. But yeah, take your shitting, farting, funky, big man hand ass home. Why are you there? Take a motherfucking laxatives. Bitch, you better dig a hole. You better shit in that hole and fart in it too. That bitch be up all night digging in the ground, farting into holes. Anyway, yeah. So let me say, Phaedra, they just come up like, okay, so let's talk, ladies. You know, it's breakfast. Phaedra, are you divorced yet? No, it's coming along, blah, blah, blah. And Candy is like, well, from what I had heard, you could get a divorce in like 6 weeks. Was it 6 weeks? No, 60 days. 60 days, 2 weeks. Why is this bug flying in my face? Okay, yeah, like 60 days if your mate is like in jail. And Portia's like, no, but he contested it. So if it's contested, then it just doesn't go that way. And Phaedra's like, okay, Miss Candy, I see you, bitch. You didn't go to college and I did, so I think I would know better. But yeah, at least she's reading. They so shady. Everybody's so shady. Cynthia's divorce is almost final. So she's saying that Peter is not coming to their final signing or whatever the hell it's going to be. And that was where she was going to get her like full closure to say their last goodbyes and everything. So she crying because she not going to get that whole thing. And she feeling all alone and blah, blah, blah. She getting upset. Marlo come over to try to hug her. But because she's supposed to be Kenya's friend, she like, no, I'm fine. I'm not crying. Bitch, you is crying. I'm not going to cry. But you is already crying. So you don't have to cry in the future when you were doing it right fucking now. Yeah, so she didn't want Marlo to hug her. And Portia was like, girl, you know, all Miss Positivity. Don't let that divorce take nothing from you. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. You're going to find somebody else. You're going to find another husband. And Cynthia's like, well, I don't ever want to get married again. She was like, well, you know, what I have learned is this and this and that. And you just have to have an open heart. You got to keep your heart open, girl. You got to keep your heart open. And the other girl's like, y'all, you got to keep it open. Whatever. Yeah, she going to be fine. Not getting married, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Kenya is supposed to take over the next part of the trip, which is them like glamping on the lake, or I don't know if this is a lake or a river. I don't know what the fuck it is. It goes awry. First of all, the girls do not seem to be fucking feeling it. Sheree goes in on Kenya immediately, like always. Well, they both do the same petty shit to each other, which is to look at each other in any situation and talk shit about them and relate it somehow back to the houses that they're always fucking arguing about. So Sheree is like, oh, well, I guess Kenya don't got no problem, you know, being in dirty water with snakes and shit, you know, because they're like her, or fellow snakes or whatever the fuck. Let me see. And the life jackets, they were like, ooh, this stink, it's moldy, I think it's moldy. And Kenya's like, no, it's just discolored. And Sheree is like, I guess Kenya's the authority on mold, since more Manor, I was gonna call it Melba Moore. What am I doing? Something with 2 M's, right? Since the Moore Manor was covered in mold when she bought it. I'm like, why would that matter? Tons of people buy places that are covered in mold. She got the mold removed. She didn't do it herself. She's not the expert. That joke did not land, if you don't get where I'm going with that whole thing. Sheree corny. Okay, so they all get in these little boat things. And when the last one gets in, which has like, I think it's Phaedra and Sheree and whoever. Sheree goes motherfucking bonkers. Wait, no! Why you do that? Why you push me in? My foot. I did not want my foot to get wet. Oh my God, the water, it's got bugs in it. It's got bugs. And oh my God, this water is so nasty, and these bugs, oh my God, I think I got it on I'm sitting on it. The bugs. Shit. Girl, okay? She took that shit to the 8 millionth fucking level of fucking ridiculousness. I mean, she was really out of fucking control. You ain't seen nobody else acting the damn fool like her. So, needless to say, they had to get back to the damn, the little bay thing and help her fucking crazy ass out, because she was literally, she was going fucking crazy. Like, yeah, so she is definitely either perhaps a bit of a germaphobe. I am too, even though I don't like her and I don't want to be in the same category as her, but yeah, she damn sure don't like no bugs and I guess dirty water. So yeah, she is not feeling it, and everybody's laughing at her, as they should, because she really looked like a punk. I really can't stand Sheree. She is such a dull, boring, okay, petty, classless ass bitch. Yeah, I don't care for her. Okay, so next up, Kenya's like, okay, well, if Sheree was scared at this, I can't wait for her to do this next thing and go crazy too. It is doing like a free fall thing. So when they get there, Sheree's already like, I'm not doing it at fucking all. Cynthia's not doing it either. She said that her stomach is acting up or whatever. They go up there. Kenya was like, well, I'm afraid too, but you just have to face your fears and get over it. That bitch did not get over her fears. She was scared as hell when they got up there. She's ready to cry. That shit is scary. I haven't done the free fall, but I've done, you know, kind of that hang glide thing. Is that what it's called? When you zip across, zip glide, whatever the fuck it's called. I did it in the Army, and both times my drill sergeant had to kick me. Push me and then once kick me off the thing because I just couldn't do it. It was very, very scary. So I get what they're going through, but don't act like you had your fears already conquered before you got up there and then get up there and punk the fuck out. But she did it, so it was cool. Portia damn near cried when she came, they was trying to get her to do it. I don't know if she had to be pushed, but when she came down, she was frantic. Her legs just flailing and shit. She was scared as hell. Alright, so Portia made it, of course, because we know that she did not die on the show. And everything was cool. All of the ladies came and gave her a high five, even Kenya, because yeah, it seemed like she was crying down on the ground. It was scary. Alright, so Kenya's like, okay, well, she want to end off the night with a nice dinner to get over all of the, you know, rough stuff that they had to go through. Sheree and Marlo are the ones that are late, and everybody's like, where's Sheree, where's Marlo? Oh yeah, we know Marlo has to make an entrance. I'm just asking, why the fuck the bitch is wearing a fur? Why is you wearing a fur coat in the woods with heels? Okay, I guess this is the glam part, so you know what, I'm just gonna let this bitch be glamorous. Okay, so Portia says to Sheree, like, you know what, we were just talking about you. She was like, for real? Oh yeah, what were you talking about? She was like, well, we all thought that you were just a little bit more adventurous than you actually are. And she was like, well, girl, I was scared of getting a yeast infection. So if getting wet and being around bugs and all that kind of stuff is what adventurous is, then I'm okay with y'all thinking I'm not adventurous. Yeah. So Kenya apologizes to Marlo, and she's like, you know, it's one thing when you unintentionally hurt somebody and when you intentionally hurt somebody. She was like, but I'm going to apologize because I really didn't mean to hurt your feelings when I didn't invite you to my shit and whatever. And I'm really sorry, and I didn't want to hurt you. And Marlo was like, you know what, I'm also sorry for most, y'all caught that? She was like, for most of the stuff that she said. You did not have to say that, bitch. You could have just said, I'm sorry too. I'm also sorry for most of the stuff that I had said. She said that the things that she said to Kenya was awful, and that was hurtful. She was like, but I will proceed with caution. She was like, see, you could have just went, no, I can't. She was like, because you're wearing orange, and that just reminded me to be cautious with you. Whatever. Marlo was like, okay, well, this is great. Everybody's like, this is wonderful. We love it that everybody's getting along. She was like, yeah, they could be getting along, but I still sense some fakeness at this table. And they were like, what fakeness? Let us know, Marlo, what is going on? So then Marlo was like, Candy, are you a lesbian girl? Candy's like, what? Where the fuck did that come from? Well, it's just some people that been saying that you was a lesbian and they is here, and yeah, that's why I didn't feel right about the fakeness that was at the table. So Portia is like, what? Who has said that? For real, girl? And Phaedra just drinking wine, just. So the shit's about to hit the fan, okay? Sheree tried to pretend that she was upset. Girl, that was supposed to have been a personal conversation. Anyway, Candy's like, no, you can't just try to make it personal now, bitch. You can't drop a bomb and then not say nothing. So they pressured her, and she was like, well, do anybody just want to come out and say that they're the ones that said it? They don't say nothing. And Portia's like, well, even if it was like playfully said, I mean, just say it, whatever, so we can know who said it. And she was like, well, Portia, it was you. And everybody like, oh my God, we should have knew it was Portia. But she was like, I did not say that. How? Tell me. Okay, everybody be quiet, because it's all, you know, uproar. Everybody be quiet. You explain to me how and when I said that she was a lesbian. And then it showed the clip where, like I said, she insinuated that she was a lesbian, but she did not call her a lesbian. She was like, oh, well, how she know what you did with this dude? And Sheree was like, oh, girl, she must have been in the closet, peeking from the closet. She was like, or still in one. So saying the words or still in one is not saying Kandi is a lesbian. It is insinuating something that had already been talked about, which is shade all within itself, but still not an exact spot on calling out, if you know what I'm saying. So she was like, oh, so you're saying that I insinuated that she was gay. I did not call her a lesbian. So Candy's like, so you insinuated that I was a lesbian? She was like, well, look, I don't remember exactly what it was that we were all talking about at that time, but whatever it was, I was pissed off. You said some shit about me, I said some shit about you. It was shady. I don't go around regulating the shit that I say when I'm being shady. I'm just gonna say none of these bitches do, because whenever they get mad about something, they start talking all kind of shit off the top of their motherfucking head about whatever tiny thing that they heard here or there or whatever. So to act like everybody's always just being one-on-one extra 100 factual is not the truth. But yeah, everybody's coming at a Portia like she's shady. It looked bad, because yeah, she did still insinuate that it was her being gay, but once again, she wasn't the one that brought up the whole thing about Shamia. That probably planted the seed in her head that made her feel like there was some gay shit going on in the first place, but whatever. So she was like, whatever. All of y'all motherfuckers say shady shit. Like, everybody at this motherfucking table shades the fuck out of people when they're not around, when they're mad, especially when you're having an argument. Everybody says something fucked up and shady. And she was like, well, basically, the conversation that was going on, she was like, I'm not the one that brought up this whole conversation with the Shamia shit, with me and you and Phaedra was sitting down talking, and then you just see Phaedra over there with her glass of wine. Yeah, she trying to get every drop. I don't know if they was out of wine. The glass was at her mouth every single time that they put the camera over to her, because and Kandi picked up on it. She was like, that bitch seemed very, very nervous. So she was like, well, look, I didn't bring, Sheree is like, I didn't bring that up. And then it's just like, she was like, oh, so Phaedra ain't gonna come and stick up for her? Bitch, you just really should have never brought this dumb ass shit up. And I don't know why it's been 2 episodes of her brewing on it. Like, it was such a pressing issue that needed to be talked about to start this big ass fucking fight. She's a petty bitch. Alright, so Sheree said Marlo. She was like, well, the only thing that shouldn't have been said was this conversation right here. You know, because I can keep a secret. Can you? Were any of the things that you have been doing and going back and telling people and starting all these fights, every fucking episode you see her, she be like, well, this person said, and then they had told me. I'm wondering what secrets she is keeping. Probably just her own. Because, bitch, you can't keep a secret to save your motherfucking life. You about the pettiest, backstabbing this bitch. I don't know why anybody talked to her. I don't know why anybody, I literally, if I had to be around her to be on this show and get my coin, I wouldn't say a motherfucking thing. It would be all listening to. Y'all would think I was a boring bitch on the show. I'd be like, that bitch don't say nothing. 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 You would never fucking do that shit to me. And the bitch too muscular to fight, so. I can't just fuck her up. I'm like, you're the kind of bitch that I shan't be speaking with. Anyway. So, Portia's like, okay, well, who fuck knew that Sheree was keeping a journal of all the conversations that people was having so that she could throw bones at motherfucking people? She was like, you chose to carry that bone. She was like, yes, because I'm the bone carrier. I'm the bone carrier. I don't know why she thought that was cool to say or to make a song from. Probably because she corny, like I had said before. Yeah. Kandi said, well, you know what? Just to make it all clear, I am happily married. And I have done some stuff. I have tried it with a girl before. And whatever. She was like, I'm not the only one here that has. And then Marlo was like, Portia, you been with a girl before? She was like, that's my business. And Candy's like, well, I ain't did nothing more than what she did. And Portia's like, you don't know nothing that I did. How would you know what I did? She was like, how would you know what I did? She didn't say that she knew anything that you did. Anyway, you don't know about me. You don't know about me either. And Marlo was like, well, I'm just going to say I'm strictly dickly. I think that Marlo is dickly, meaning that she has one. Is she a man? I just need to know. Okay, and am I being insensitive? Is she a transgender who's a girl but used to be a man? Or what? Was she born a girl? Because not for nothing, she's a big bitch and very hard on the face, very hard on the eyes, hard in the face. Her face is hard. She got a hard face, okay? And she really should opt for a much softer wig. This bang, this is for the people who are cute in the face, okay? Harsh face, you're gonna need some soft tendrils, some curls, girl. Really, I need to know. Tell me if she transgender down in the comments. Okay, so then they all leave. They back at their little rooms and all of that. Sheree faking like she upset. She was like, girl, Marlo was like, well, don't you feel better? She was like, well, not really, because everybody gonna think I'm messy. Because you are. You are. Okay, so Candy and her friend, I can't remember what the hell her name is. Was it Amber? I'm tripping. I'm making that up. Whatever. Cynthia and Kenya and that whoever the girl is, okay? And they all laughing about Portia, and Candy is saying, well, damn, I did not think it was gonna be Portia, because she was like, who said that? You need to call him out. You need to say who it was, because we need to know. She was like, I was thinking to myself, surely it's not Portia. And what's her name? Cynthia was like, well, shit, it was getting so convincing. She was like, well, then did I say it? So they in there, they're laughing, and she was like, well, I fucking know about Portia, because she was like, when she get drunk, she is an aggressive lesbian. And they was like, no, girl, for real? How you know? So Candy is saying that she feels like she probably gonna wind up telling Portia's business, because she feel like Portia is trying to tell all her business about her business in the street or whatever. Portia, Phaedra, and Lauren are in another room. And first off, you know, Phaedra is like, well, I don't like how this whole thing turned to, you know, well, I'm not doing no different than she doing, or no worse, and all of this and all that, the little comparisons and shit. Portia is mad at Sheree's messiness. She was like, she messy, and she always just starting some shit, which she is. And she was like, well, Candy acting like she knows something about me, but she don't know my business. I know hers. And yeah, she is also threatening to tell of the business. And that is where the episode ended. Okay. What I'm going to say is, I do not like Sheree. I'm hating her more and more every fucking day. And her enormous, giant, jiggly titty, fat, sweaty ass husband thingamajigger, whatever. Why are they on the show? Okay, yeah, there's that. But then they gave like a preview of like the rest of the season. I am so fucking excited for the season. Oh my god, I wish I could just watch all of the episodes like right now, like just back to back, like on Netflix or Hulu or whoever. Okay, I wish that I could just continuously stream it and watch all of it, because it seems very, very juicy and very, very exciting. And I can't wait. So I guess I'm gonna have to, much like everybody else. But if you agree with what I had to say, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments, because I know my boy, I can't remember his name, but he's one of my subscribers, and he was like, fuck Portia. So he is not here for the Portia and the me loving on Portia right now. So I know that he is not going to disagree. I mean, I know that he is going to disagree down in the comments. If I missed something, let me know down in the comments. And until the next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks so much for watching. While you're here, check out my previous video. I also have a beauty and health channel that you can check out. And I even give out a couple of free workouts on my fitness channel. Don't forget to subscribe.